Welcome to the Pet Showcase, presented to you by the Sun Valley Animal Shelter in Glendale. We have a nice program again today to show you a selection of the dogs and cats that are available for adoption, and we do hope you'll come down and visit with us. I'm Al Young, and I'm your host, and with me here this morning is Cheryl Ann Trim, and she'll discuss the dogs with you. So Cheryl Ann, why don't you take over?
Thank you so much, Al, and thank you once again for tuning in. We really appreciate it, and we know the dogs appreciate it too, so we hope you do come down to our shelter and check out all the dogs we have. So our first dog today is Boz, and Boz is wiggly, but Boz is a Papillon mix. And you can always tell the Papillon, they've got that classic big ear with the little hair hanging off of their ears. Very, very nice dog. Doesn't need to be groomed, just brushed. I brushed him earlier today, and he'll just need some daily brushing because the hair behind his ears will get a little matted. But he's really, really a nice guy. He's about 5 years old, so he's one of our older dogs on today's program, but he was a stray. And I just don't understand when these dogs are strayed. When they are strays, I don't understand why people don't microchip their dog or at least put a collar on them.
With a tag. You need the tag too.
True, yeah. The collar doesn't do you any good if you don't have a tag on it. But he's really, really a nice dog. He likes to run around with the dogs in our courtyard. We do that on occasion when we're not open, and we let the dogs run around and they play and they have the best time. So he's really, really a nice dog. He'll make somebody a nice companion. And I don't think Papillons really shed a whole lot.
No, it doesn't seem to come.
No, so that's a bonus. If he's not going to shed, that's a real bonus. Trust me, I have a lot of dogs that shed in my house. So
Papillon is a rather unusual breed.
It is. We don't get them very often. So, and he's a mix, so I don't know what he's mixed with. But it doesn't matter. He's just got that classic look to him. So come on out, and Boz wants you to pick him and take him for his forever home.
That's a nice animal.
He's beautiful.
Oh, here's another nice one.
And here's our next dog, and gosh darn it anyway.
A little timid here.
I've kind of forgotten what his name is. Oh, this is Rocky Road. Thank you. I don't know. I don't know what's going on today.
You got an off-camera
stage
hand here gives us cue to.
This is Rocky Road, a little boy. He's about a year old, give or take a month or two, and he's another stray. He's a little Chihuahua mix. We seem to have a lot of Chihuahuas on the program today. Aside from the Papillon that we just had, most of them are Chihuahuas now. But that is kind of common around our area, having
well, they're
Chihuahuas.
very popular dogs. They're small, easy to take care of.
Yeah,
and,
they come and go with you. If you live in an apartment, you live in a condo, it works out really well.
We got a cat ready to jump up here.
Well, hopefully, I don't know what Rocky Road's going to do with that kitty.
I don't know either.
But he's really, really sweet. I just love his face. He just, I don't know, his profile, he's just got a real cute face. He walks okay on a leash. He's not the greatest on a leash, but that just comes with a little bit of patience.
Yeah, that takes a little time.
You just work with him, and you work with him, you teach him what the rules are in the house, and then he knows where he can be and where he can't be. If you have a doggy door, that's really good. That helps with house training if you have a doggy door. Works out real well. But he shares a kennel with another dog, so we know he likes other dogs, and he also is one of the dogs that gets to run around the courtyard.
One thing I want to mention, because you remind me of it, whenever you adopt a cat or a dog, it's going to take time to get them acquainted with the house and the rules and regulations that are with the people. So don't expect an instant pet a day after you adopt the animal.
True, it takes them time to adjust. It does take them time, and you've got to give them the time. Be patient. 1 or 2 days is just not enough.
Yeah.
So come on out, ask for Rocky Road.
All right. Remember the name of this one, I hope.
I do. You're so funny.
Yeah, I just have to tease you a little bit once in a while.
Usually I don't forget. I don't know what's wrong.
I know that.
This is Scooter, and Scooter's a little Chihuahua. And he's probably a Chihuahua mix, but what I liked about him was he's not like Rocky Road, not like more of a solid color. He's got the little black splotches on him. He's got the fun black and white face. Just a neat little guy. He's about 10 months old. So he's still right in the throngs of puppyhood. So you'll have to just be patient with him and let him know who's boss in your house. Walks pretty good on a leash, does seem to like a lot of the other dogs here at the animal shelter. I believe he and Rocky Road were actually found together as strays. So they were two little buddies walking the mean streets of Phoenix. And I just can't impress upon you enough. Even if you're out there, of course, if you're interested in a dog, you're watching our program. But if you know of other people that have dogs and they're not microchipped, encourage them to do so, because boy, if they get out for any reason, it's a surefire way to get your dog back home,
right.
as long as they've got that microchip. Right. But he's just a beautiful little guy.
I noticed him sniffing the air like the other dogs. There must be something in the air that is attracting them.
Well, I think it could be the catnip or just the cats, because remember, we are here in the cattery filming the program. Yeah. So he might be just interested in all the cats, but he's pretty calm. So great little guy. Come on out, ask for Scooter. He wants his forever home.
Right.
Oh, we got double duty here.
Yeah, double duty.
All right, this is one of our girl dogs, and this is Truffle.
Truffle.
And Truffle, I just love her because I love all her little spots. She's got little speckles all over her back. She's got bigger blotches on her. She's got the cutest little face. She's a Chihuahua mix, and she's about, just a little bit over a year old. She was, again, another stray.
Gosh, another one. Lots
and lots of strays. So either people are perhaps losing their homes, they can't take their dog with them, and they're just letting their dogs loose, and it's really not a good thing to do. It's even though the weather's getting nicer in the daytime, it's still cold at night. And these little guys, they really need to be inside a home where it's nice and warm for them to be. Even though they do have their fur coat, it's not a lot. It's a Chihuahua. They don't have a whole lot of fur on them. So it can get cold at night for them. Yeah. But she's really, really sweet. She does have another roommate who will be coming up next. So she does get along well with all the other dogs. We don't know about cats. Obviously, when we have a stray dog, we don't know their backstory, so we don't know if they like cats or not.
Right.
We don't know what kind of commands they know or if they're house trained or anything, but just give them a little bit of time and they will learn these things. They're very intelligent. Canines are a very intelligent animal, and they've got about the mentality of a 4-year-old.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, so they will learn all the commands and they will learn all their house training and things that they need to learn if you just give them some time and be patient with them.
Yeah, I don't like this thing about being a stray, and you wonder whether people just let them loose to be on their own. And if that's the case, if somebody doesn't want their pet anymore, they should bring them to a shelter.
Absolutely.
Or something of that sort, and not just let them dump out in the street.
No, it's safer to bring them to our shelter. So come on out, ask for Truffle. She wants that forever home.
Here comes
and this is her roommate. It's another Chihuahua mix.
It's a Chihuahua. It looks like a Dachshund with the color.
And it could be. She could be a Chihuahua Doxy.
Nah, I don't think she's a Doxy. I just saw the body and I
and you thought maybe, because her body's a little bit longer. Yeah. But she is, this is Truffle, and she's all chocolate brown.
I thought that one was Truffle.
That was Toffee.
Oh.
Gosh, did I mess up the name again?
That's okay.
I hope not. You know, it's after the first of the year. It's a couple months into the year.
It doesn't make a difference. Once you adopt an animal,
you'll probably change their name.
Yeah, you can change the name. And
so that one was Toffee. This one is Truffle.
Okay.
Oh gosh, I hope I have it right.
Well, don't worry about it.
But anyway, she's chocolate brown. She's a Chihuahua, about 14 months old, a year old, just a little bit over a year. She's definitely still got some puppy in her, but again, Chihuahuas, they're very intelligent. She will learn what she needs to do. Just a great little dog. She was running stray with the other dog that was on here, and we're so glad that we have some nice people that are out there that bring these dogs into our shelter.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, look at that. She wants to do some loving. Yeah. And that's all they want. They want love. They want attention. They want to sit on the sofa with you and watch TV. They want to curl up on your lap when you're reading a nice book. They just want to be with you. They just want love and attention. And it's so nice to come home and you've got a dog wagging its tail, and it doesn't matter how bad your day was, when you've got that dog greeting you when you come home, it's the best thing.
They make a difference.
Yeah, so come on out and ask for this beautiful dog.
That's a nice dog.
It is. Really love her color.
Yeah.
Love her color. And this is the last dog of our program, and she's just under a year old, and I know her name. It's Sandra. This one I know. She's a Chihuahua Jack Russell mix. I don't think I've ever had a Chihuahua Jack Russell combination.
I haven't heard of that combination
either. So even though, if you've watched our show before, we've had Jack Russells on the program, or if you know anything about a Jack Russell, they have a lot of energy. She does, but she seems to tone it down a little bit. Really, really a nice little girl. She's got lots of life left in her. I love her color because I love when it's more than just a solid colored dog. Although I do like the chocolate brown dog that we just had.
Nice,
It's just fun to have a dog that's got a little bit of difference. They've got a little bit of extra personality going on.
Well, that's what you want, personality. The color of the dog really doesn't matter that much.
As long as you click with the dog. And she's really, really nice. She likes a lot of the other dogs here at the shelter. So Cindra's looking for that forever home. Come on out, ask for her.
Thank you very much, Cheryl. I have to close the dog part of our program because we're coming towards the end of it. And if you'll stay there for about a minute or so, we'll come back with the cat showcase.
If you want to adopt one of the animals you see right here on this program, contact the Sun Valley Animal Shelter at 623-872-7941 or visit them online at sunvalleypets.org.
Abandoned and lost. From the dark, cold streets of the city to a cage in the local shelter, to heaven, your lap.
If you're looking for a fun new friend,
What a day.
shelters are the best places to find one.
You don't say.
There, you'll discover healthy, happy, loving animals
Nothing but the best.
waiting to become a part of your family. A person is the best thing to happen to a shelter pet. Be that person. Adopt.
We'll always be the best of friends.
To find out more, visit theshelterpetproject.org.
Welcome back. We're going to present our cats on our cat showcase, and the honors to present them go to Tony Bowers next to me. So go ahead, Tony, take the show.
All right, we have 5 cats today from our community room, and we have 2 kittens from our kitten room. And our first cat today is Lani, and she came to us, she actually was adopted out and with another cat from here. The 2 went out, and they were returned. The family fell on hard times financially and then had to move, and they couldn't take their animals with them. So it's unfortunate, but we've seen it a lot this year.
I was just going to say, this seems to be a common occurrence in the last year.
And we feel so bad for people, and we understand, but we would, you know, if you've adopted an animal from us and things aren't going well, you know, give us a call, and we do want to see them come back here. We'd rather see that, or else if there's a family member, great. But Lani is 1.5 years old, and she is a spayed female. She's very sociable in here. She gets along with a lot of the cats in here. She wants to jump from us.
Yeah.
But she's a sweetheart. She is what we would call a tabby on white, and she has beautiful markings, and she's just decided
of course.
She's going to go play.
They want to be
Actually,
left
when the cameras come in here, a lot of the cats like to go and check out all the camera stands and the lights and everything else.
I'm surprised they haven't taken some along in their bags which are laying around here.
Hey, didn't we find cats in one of the camera bags once? Our second cat today is Rocco, and Rocco came to us too. He was surrendered. He is a neutered male, and as you can see, he is gorgeous. He's a domestic short hair, all gray, good sized cat. He is 7 years old. Now, he has a lot of life left in him. He is just a clown. Evidently, we heard from the family. He loves children. He loves to sleep with the kids. He loves dogs. He plays with them. And he loves cats. So if you have a family or a house full of people and dogs and animals, and you're looking to add another cat, Rocco is the one. He is. And at 7, there's a lot of life left in these cats. He was well taken care of, and of course when our cats come in here, we have our veterinarian check them out. We bring all their shots up to date, of course, and make sure that everybody's spayed or neutered. And they all have microchips in them. So he is ready to go, and he's just looking for a brand new home that'll be his forever home forever.
That's right.
Yeah.
But he's a beautiful, beautiful animal.
He really is. And he's a good sized cat. So, I mean, you are going to get a good sized cat, but he's sociable. He loves to play. I guess he's very mischievous. He jumps, he plays, he runs.
Well, what cat isn't? Most cats are that way.
Well, we have some of those couch
some-
potato cats
a couple
every
of
so
couch
often.
Potatoes, yeah.
Every so often.
All right. Pitch
And we
black
have
one.
a beautiful black kitty right here. Her name is Aretha, like Aretha Franklin.
Right.
And she's a domestic short hair, beautiful face, just as cute as can be. She is actually about 1.5 years old, and she has a disposition of just the most mellow, sweet cats, easygoing. She's spayed and microchipped. Her shots are up to date, and she does so well in the community room. So we'd like to find a family that has time to spend with her, time to pet, and just dote all over her.
Right. And as usual, as you know, Tony, I always comment when we have a black cat on
Right.
with my favorite topic, and that is the myth of black cats. It doesn't exist. They are not bad luck or bring you ill fate. They are like any other cat, and I wish we could eliminate that myth about black
Right.
cats.
It is. It's really hard. People kind of go back and say, oh, that's a Halloween cat.
Yeah,
But
right.
honestly, she is just as sweet as can be. Very petite, you know, not too big, not too small, and she's got a tremendous disposition.
Yeah, look at her as a kitten, as a Black Panther.
Oh, that's good.
See?
So her
Not
name is
dangerous.
Aretha, and she's about 1.5 years old. And now we're going to have a little sweetie here. This is Disney. And Disney is a gray over white kitty. She's also about 1.5 years old. So you can see they're not too far off in size.
That's right.
They're both about the same size. Now Disney came in pregnant and had a litter of kittens here. And of course, all of her kittens were named after Disney characters, you know. And her kittens have grown up now and been fixed and put up for adoption. And Aretha has also been spayed now. I'm sorry, Disney, Aretha, Disney. She's been spayed and she's ready to go home to a wonderful home. She has a very quiet disposition. She would love a family where she can sit on the, you know, on the sofa next to you, or sit in your lap, sit in a window. We also have a fish tank in here in the community room and in the kitten room, and the cats all do love to play and look at the, you know, the fish behind the glass and everything. So both of these kitties are females. They're both about 1.5 years old, and both.
And there would be a wonderful double cat combination.
That would be wonderful.
For an adoption. Look how they get along together like this.
Yeah, they're just very.
And
I
actually
shouldn't try to hold some of them. They
Well,
just
that's
kind of
right.
come up here and they just want to sit
And
around.
they're not that much more upkeep. A little extra food and that's it. And they
Right.
have companionship.
They do,
which is
and
a
of course
big
here in
factor.
our community room, our cats run loose. Now, you might at some time notice that we have cages in here, and the reason for the cages that you see in the background are what we call transition cages, so that when cats are, after they've been fixed, and after they've come in here and had their vet exam, we transition them from our quarantine room into the cages.
Right.
So that they have some time to settle in, get used to the room, and get used to the smells that are in here.
That's right.
So some people ask us, well, why are we see cages? Well, they're only there for a couple of days, 2 to 3 days, while they get transitioned
Right.
into the room. So we'll go ahead and have our last kitty come on, and I'll probably go ahead and move Disney as it's going to get crowded in here.
I better take this one off too.
Okay.
Oh, come here, pussycat.
There
Oh,
goes
yeah,
Aretha.
sure.
Bye, baby.
Well, I'll put you up here.
This little sweetheart is actually Fanny, and she's also a tabby, just a little more red in her, a little more tan coloration. But she's a 6-month-old spayed female. And now see, she's going to be a little bit bigger because she's almost the same size as those other two girls. But she is transitioning currently from the kitten room into this room. We keep our kittens in the kitten room from about the 3-month age to about 6.5 months, depending on how crowded that room is and so on. Hi, baby. And she is at that stage where she has gotten bigger in size and certainly grown up in age. So she'll be ready to transition into this community room and become part of the group in here. But her name is Fanny, and she's 6 months old. Okay, so I'm going to give her back to one of the girls, and we'll bring our kittens on. Like, ooh.
Got to detach them from the carpet here.
We got carpet. Yeah. We do put catnip up here so that they all hope and pray that they'll stay here. But
one of Tony's secrets that she has, she puts catnip all over it. Oh, look at the cat, how docile it is.
Okay, this is one of our kittens from our kitten room, and I'll go ahead and give him to you.
This is a kitten?
Yeah, he's getting ready to move also pretty soon.
Yeah.
And this is another one. So you have...
You give me the feisty one.
Yeah, here.
Okay, I got him.
All right. So Al is holding on to Bambi, and he is a 5.5, almost 6-month-old neutered male, and he is what we call a tuxedo, which means that his markings are black on his body and almost all over, and white with the chest and the feet, and then some white on his face. But he's a tuxedo, and he is short-haired. This little one here is called Shadow, and she's probably going to be a medium-length hair, and she's a tortie, or what we would call a tortoise shell. And for the most part, 99.9% of all tortoise shells are females.
Right.
She is a spayed female. She is approximately 4.5 months old, and she is also in the kitten room.
This one's ready to go.
We might have to transition him right away because he's ready to see all the other cats.
I have to hold on with a vice grip.
These both live in our kitten room.
I better take him off because
okay, we'll swap him out. I'll give you this one here, and we'll take him. And we'll go. Whoop. Caught him. I'll take this one, and you can have this one.
Here we are.
Here we go. Thank you, Shadow.
This is a nice thing about the program. We don't know what's going to happen. Anything can take place.
We have to just roll with the punches.
Yeah.
But our kitten room is also in the same building. We keep our kittens in there separate so that they don't bother all the cats.
Right.
And they just love it. They live like kittens. They run, they play, they climb, they do everything.
Right.
And it allows them to be kittens because they are loose in their own room. So we'd love for you to come in and take a look at our kittens.
Oh, that one disappeared.
We did? We'll have to catch that one.
You have to catch them.
We'd love for you to come in and take a look at our community room, bring your family in, your children, and you can come and sit in here and spend time with the cats.
Right.
And then if you're interested in a kitten, we can certainly have you go down there in the hall and take a look at our kittens.
Good. Well, thank you very much, Tony.
Okay.
Interesting little cat play here, interplay. Well, that concludes the program on our cat showcase, and I ask you to just stay there another minute or so for a final segment with one of our staff members on the subject of volunteering.
If you want to adopt one of the animals you see right here on this program, contact the Sun Valley Animal Shelter at 623-872-7941 or visit them online at sunvalleypets.org.
So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. You know, but it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, you know, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Welcome back. The final segment of our program will be about volunteering and also about things like donations And Kurt Olson is involved very heavily with that, and he's here with me today to tell you a little bit about both subjects. So Kurt, go ahead.
Well, thanks. It's been kind of a fast month since last time we talked, so
yeah.
I want to visit with everybody again. And we talked about volunteering last time, and we're really kind of looking at this particular month about donations. You know, there's not only so much donating time, but also, again, donating maybe items that are of a value to the shelter or maybe even our thrift store. You know, anything that has a monetary value has some significance here to help us pay for the upkeep of the animals, medicine, and so forth.
Right.
But also, there's a wish list. We do have a physical wish list that's on our website. We do have links to Walmart, Amazon.com. We're looking at doing something with Target and a few other locations that make it a little easier for someone to physically see an item that would be of a benefit, than rather than have you think of, well, what do am I getting the right item, and then can they use it? And one theme around here is we recycle and reuse as much as possible. And if we can't use it, then we're going to actually use our hospital here on the grounds, our thrift store. Then again, we've got plenty of things to do.
Right. In addition to that, Kurt didn't expound on it. We're also looking for donations whenever people are able to do so. Give you a couple of quick statistics. We have an operating budget at the shelter of somewhere between $650,000 and $700,000 a year. And that's a lot of money for us, and we rely very heavily on the generosity of the public. We get about 30% to 32% of that $600,000 to $700,000 from our thrift store. So the rest of that, the remainder, which is sizable, has to come from the generosity of the people that would support us. Now that can be done many ways. We tell people we're happy to have you in your will, or a bequest, or a special grant. There's all different types of ways that can be done. And I hope you will support us financially, because without that support, we really are in dire straits. And I know it's difficult today. People are really cutting back on that type of matter, but it doesn't affect me, but it affects our cats and dogs.
Right.
And I want to point that out, because I'm a member of the board of directors, and the board of directors does not get paid. It's all volunteer work. And we have about 15 paid employees, I think, something of that order. And we have about 30 or 40 volunteers, or 50 volunteers. So we need this financial support, as well as what Kurt was mentioning. So anyhow, we're pretty much at the end of the program. It goes so fast.
It does. And then just one more thing to point out, if anything of what we talked about, whether it's our wish list or what Al's mentioned too, gift cards from Walmart, Lowe's, Home Depot. Basically, I'm looking at, I have to go buy a few things that they only sell that would be of a benefit to the shelter. So if you want to just give us a gift card, that's something new we're trying this year as opposed to we did last year.
I hadn't thought of that.
So gift cards to those items would be great.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be $1,000 or $500 or $100, $10, $15. Anything is welcome.
Yes.
So very good. So please get a hold of Kurt and talk to him. He'll be happy to guide you on that subject. So I think we've reached the end of the time allotment.
Yep.
Yeah, so I have to say goodbye. This is Al Young, Kurt Olson saying thank you for watching.